What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about these certain chemistries that I use, certain schemes, and the reason that I use them and how I max them out and why I max them out. So I've been getting a lot of questions about it. You know, Gmia, why is your team like that? How are you getting all these blue upgrades? This video is specifically for all of my new viewers and my veterans that had, questions about, my 49ers chem, my +1 speed for the players, and all that other good stuff, all right? So pretty much, let's go ahead and jump right into it, okay? Now, primarily what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to make sure that your quarterback has sufficient throw power. Now, what does that mean? When you look at Troy Aikman, if you guys are new to the channel, you probably haven't seen how many times that I've raid sold him, but it's been about 4 or 5 times. But regardless of that, I experimented with mobile quarterbacks, people that can get escape artists, all that good stuff. And it always comes down to the fact that I prefer to have a field general. That's just my thing. Right now, with the way escape artist is and the way that guys can run around and just do whatever they want, it's very, very ridiculous, but there are ways to stop it now. And I've kind of displayed that several times during my live streams, both on YouTube and on Twitch, all at GmiasWorld if you guys were interested in watching me live. But you see that 94 throw power? That go deep contributes to +2 of that. So I would urge you guys to use that as far as just making sure your quarterback can get the ball out and make sure that he can throw the ball very, very deep. Many of you guys go after Lamar Jackson and you have like the 88 throw power, whatever, or maybe a 90 max. You pretty much rely on the fact that he can move around in and out of the pocket and just throw the ball on the run ridiculously. Andrew Luck is another popular one. He can get to 92 throw power without the additional upgrades by using the Colts stadium, their uniform, and stuff like that. But pretty much for me, with the go deep being at 94 speed, Troy Aikman is very, very accurate, and he gets the ball out, especially when dudes are like run blitzing me and sending everybody in, and I hit him with a quick play action. It works out beautifully for me. So the go deep, those are some of the things that, why I do it. It also assists the wide receivers with a lot of different things as well. So you beat press, which is a very, very huge thing. Now, that is something that makes T.O. very unique, which is why I still have T.O. on the squad. For those of you guys that were wondering what's going on, he's still on the squad, but he's just the backup. And yes, he has the 49ers chem, so it works out. When you look at the go deep 30 of 30, right? The beat press, the break sack for the quarterback, the +2 throw power, the +2 spec catch for the receivers, the +2 deep accuracy for the quarterback, and the deep route running for the wide receivers. Now, you might say, deep route running, it doesn't mean anything, bro. It actually does. You kind of see it a little bit more when you run like tight formations with the deep crossers. You'll see that the angles are different, and the way that they can utilize, the route running to get open is a lot different the higher the deep route running is. So those are certain things that I have as like a decoy in case I need to pass the ball, which I try not to do too much because the zone coverages are so wild and ridiculous. We're going to get to lockdown being maxed in a minute, and I'm going to show you why the defense is so wild. But they've tuned the defenses to make them a lot more efficient, so they play everything just a lot better. And the higher the play rec is on those defensive players, trust me, you're not going to be doing much anyway. All right, so now, what do you do and how do you do it? Why do I have certain players here? Now, with the power-ups that you have the opportunity to add the physical chems, and you also have the opportunity to add everything else to it. So you'll see that on certain players I have go deep, I want to add power run to Christian Okoye, but I have to balance it out. And it's more important for me to have the go deep than to have the power run right now. So that's why certain people, like the fullback, should definitely have, zone run or whatever, but he has not the zone run, the power run, but he has go deep on him to kind of increase it, because based on his overall, he's able to get more of the go deep for me. So he gets ×3. It just helps me to reach it a lot faster. So with the power-ups, you get the opportunity to add more than just the scheme chemistry. You get the physical chem, and you get, you could go ahead and pick this and see what's going on with it, and it'll boost all your chemistries with that as far as the scheme of what you're doing. So we're going go deep. I got a power up. This dude is at least a 93. So, he goes and he gets that +3. Anything below that, between like an 88 and a 92, you're going to get ×2. So you're going to want to find players that have, the max overall that you can get, so you can get more of those scheme chemistries. But as we go through it, I can, pretty much show you, everybody gets highlighted when you go on it and you click it. So all these players that are highlighted, you can see that they contribute to the go deep. Okay, so if you see something, you see like how Joe Thomas is not highlighted, but the guy underneath him is, that's because I have the power up and I put go deep on him with Joe Staley, and he also contributes to my 49er chem, which adds +1 speed to my entire team. So as we go through it, the backups don't need the power run because I don't generally use them. So, you know, I just put it on them because I need additional people to have go deep to max out, you know, I have to max out the go deep chem. So that's pretty much why I have the backups use it, or the people that I don't generally need the higher impact block and stuff from, because the power run guys, it should definitely be your O-line. Okay, that's why Joe Thomas is like that right now, because I have power run to a certain amount and it gets him, you know, the impact block, the lead block and stuff like that, the run block power. That's why he gets maxed out with these chems, because the more you add additional attributes to the individual players, the higher the chances you'll see them get highlighted and get the blue chems. All right, so generally I would tell you to go with the, you know, if you can get some people that can get you ×2, a couple power-ups, I would go with that. But other than that, you can get the singular ones, get a couple go deeps that are singular, you know what I'm saying, and add that in there. And then certain players, the tight ends, I would like to have them with power run to give them impact block and stuff, but you know, it is what it is. I had to use go deep with the ×2 for at this point right now to kind of keep it going. And like I said, when you go to it, you can visibly see, oh, he's go deep ×3. Oh yeah, because he's a 93. Okay, so everybody gets different amounts. The higher the overall, obviously the more you get for the scheme. Okay, that's point blank period right there. So these are the players that I have that are rocking the go deep. I'm showing you the backups, which have singular stuff. So if you need to pause the video to see how it works, this guy gets ×2. He's at least an 88. All right. And then we have the individual ones as backups as well. You know, this guy has power run. I kind of, you know what it is? I kind of want to put it on Okoye, but Okoye's been playing like, you know, kind of trash as of late. The running back should have the power run because that contributes to their stiff arm and everything. So they don't need to have the go deep. The stiff arm is really huge in the truck, especially for Eric Dickerson. It takes him to the next level. But everybody else, as the backups, go deep. Okay, go deep, go deep, go deep. So when you do the math on the guys, you will amount to the, you know, the 30 of 30 that I have right there. And obviously Torrey Holt, you know, he's a key player because he's free. You just got to grind the game to get him. And that's, you know, ×3 right there for you already. So as you upgrade your team, is certain players that you're going to just have out there just because they can get more of the go deep. So the more you play the game, the more of these cards that, you know, the more of the collectibles you'll get to max out Torrey Holt. And then he'll be eligible for that ×3. So that helps with getting you the 30 of 30 with the go deep. Now, the 49ers chem, before we get to the lockdown, the 49ers chem, very, very important because it makes Randy Moss insane. Also gets him up to that 95 overall. Pretty much what happens is you get strength, jump, agility, acceleration, and speed for all 49er players with 25 players. So I had to go out of my way to get 25 players. If you go through it, you'll be able to see all of them. All of my backup linemen are 49er players. Larry Allen played for the 49ers. So if you get his power up, you can make him a 49er even though he's dressed in a Cowboy uniform. Okay. Everybody else, you just go ahead and take a look. Kittle, Delaney Walker also played for the 49ers. Tolio, he played for the 49ers. Obviously Jerry Rice, some consider him the GOAT. Juice check. You got Steve Young, Breda, okay, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss. As we go to the other side, I'm going to show you guys what happens with what it does to like Randy Moss in a second. But Merton Hanks, just get his power up. And then he goes out and he's cool because he gives you a ×3. All right, so because you get that ×3, very, very important to get him. Snatch up his power up if you're going to go 49er chem and just make sure you have that. That's a huge, huge factor. I think Kittle gets ×2 as well. We'll go back to Kittle in a second. So this guy, I think he just got a new card, right? I might have to get him upgraded a little bit. Kevin Green played for the 49ers, so you might want to go ahead and do that. Patrick Willis, we have his power up. Okay, Deion Sanders, of course. D Ford, Buckner, Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, who's just out there balling crazy. And then, did I remove the kicker? Yeah, I removed my kicker. But there's a punter that's a lower overall. The rookie punter for the 49ers if you needed that additional thing. But I believe that Kittle is the reason, yeah, that we have +1 extra over the 25 because he gets ×2 because he was a themed diamond card. So that's what happens with these cards. And now you can see he's an 86 speed right there. But with Sprinter and the 49ers chem, he goes to a whopping 90 speed because he gets +4. With John Madden Coach, sprinter all the way maxed, he goes all the way up to a 90. Okay, so it's a lot of grinding involved, but you can see the difference of having him at 86 speed as opposed to 90. He's gonna run past corners. That is very, very important. Okay, so sprinter gives you +2 when you get to 30 of 30 with sprinter. And then John Madden Coach with the physical chem gives you another +1. And then the 49er chem gives you another 1 as well. So all 49er players on my team gets +4 speed. That's crazy. And that's, I just showed you the players that I use to max that out. And then you can kind of see right now with the Ray Randy Moss is, he's at a 96 speed, 95 jumping. Soon he's going to be 99 speed. It's a wrap. It's pretty much over for you. 96 deep route running, put him on a streak, GG's. All right, that's pretty much what happens. Well, it's supposed to be GG's, but the cornerback will probably run for you, or maybe the middle linebacker will run for him step for step. This game, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that happens. I can't explain it, but it does. Now we get to the lockdown. Why is lockdown important? Let me just explain something to you. Night Train Lane, he has a 96 zone coverage. When you get above 95 zone, they play insane. Okay. He's going to play better than anybody else below 95. Some people will play similar, but you can see the difference. Like him and McCourty, they actually jump routes even before the most recent title update. Okay, so with that being said, you have to understand certain things about this. When you look at the whole situation and try to figure out what's going on, these are certain things that you have to take into account. The higher the zone coverage, the better the players are going to play. Point blank. Period, simple, end of story. Okay, it is what it is. These are the certain things that I need you guys to understand though. As you look for the lockdown players, it's the same thing as everything else. The lockdown players are going to, obviously give you more of the scheme, the higher the overall. Night Train is pretty cheap right now because everybody is thinking that other things are coming out for other promos, so they're just giving him away. What you're gonna wanna do is this though. You're gonna wanna figure out the players that you can get that gives you the most lockdown that is suitable for what you're trying to do. Because it's not necessarily true that you have to just go crazy to max everybody out, but the man coverage, the +2, the +2 zone coverage, the +2 press, the play rec, the catch, it all is a factor in the game, okay? And the way that they're gonna respond in zone and man, it's very, very huge with it. So you'll see that for the most part, I have pass rush as another thing that I'm doing, but it's only 15 because that adds finesse move, power move, whatever. But you'll see that I'm more focused on the lockdown because when my players are out there, I need them to be able to make certain plays. So 97 zone, 96 zone, you put these players in the right positions, they're gonna make plays. Now, will the ball be thrown through their body? Probably. Like, things will happen like that, but that's not what this is about. What it's about is for the majority of what they do, you're gonna have a better opportunity of being able to stop players by doing it this way. You know what I'm saying? This is very, 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 very important, okay? The higher the overall, the more of the chemistry you're gonna be able to get. Pat Tillman is obviously the MUT master, so that's all you have to do is grind to get him, and you're gonna be able to get your ×3 right there. Going through everything else, you may notice that, I have certain guys with lockdown that I would probably wanna have pass rush with, but it is what it is. I do what I need to do to get it maxed out. Like Jadeveon Clowney, I would probably want to have pass rush on him, but I need the lockdown. All right, Lawrence Taylor, I would probably want to have pass rush on him, but I put lockdown. You have to do what you need to do to make these players be where this, to make them have what they're supposed to have. The backups, I have this guy with lockdown, but he's a D tackle. It is what it is. It don't matter. However you got to manipulate it. Joey Bosa, I would love to have him with pass rush, but for me, he doesn't really play that much on my team, so it doesn't really matter for me. I just got to make sure that it all goes towards my scheme because I need to have these additions. So these are just some of the things, a little bit more of the insight into what I do, how I build my team, and why I do it the way that I do to make sure that my team plays proficient enough for me to be able to get everything else done. All right, so leading up to everything that I have going on right now, this is how you should go ahead and proceed if you want to make sure that you're getting the best out of each and every one of your players out there on the field. All right, I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Obviously, if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Until next time, one love.